Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. The first video where I know you guys are fully in the loop. I do have two pre-filmed videos coming for you soon. Those are the two videos that I kind of filmed while I was waiting to tell you guys the news. So I am currently 14 weeks. So the second video that you guys will see literally leaves off pretty much present day. So those two videos will be coming soon. But this is just a regular vlog, not focusing too much on the pregnancy, just our usual day-to-day. And this week I am going to be carrying on in my kitchen. So my shelves finally arrived for this space here. I did mention a few vlogs back that I buy them from pipedreamsfurniture.com. It's the same place that I bought the kind of wood for my breakfast bar. So they are here still packaged away. I haven't even got them out of the packaging yet. I did need to buy some more wall plugs from Amazon for plasterboard. They arrived yesterday and Josh is just picking up his DeWalt batteries because he lent them to his brother and I need the drill. I don't think I'm going to be doing them today, but hopefully tomorrow I can start measuring up and hopefully get the shelves on the wall. It'd be really nice to kind of style those and get some things off the windowsill and just feel as though the kitchen is a little bit more finished. So that is my first plan for this vlog. Today is just kind of a boring day. Avery is currently at school, so I am using the time editing. I'm just putting the finishing touches to a vlog that you guys will hopefully see today. Obviously we are in the future now. This would have been hopefully the vlog that you saw last week, Avery's birthday vlog, which was really nice to watch back because I don't know, it just is. And I think that's like partly what makes me sort of like really happy that I'm still vlogging, because I've got vlogs from Avery's last two birthdays I think, and the boys' birthdays and Christmases and our trips away, and it's just nice knowing that those are kind of online. I do also save the special videos to an external hard drive, so I know if anything ever happened to YouTube that I've still got those videos safe and sound, which is really nice, and it'll be really nice for the kids to look back on one day as well. But for now I'm going to crack on with editing before Avery gets home, and then hopefully tomorrow we can get those shelves up. Morning guys, it is the next day. I've just unwrapped the shelves and the brackets from Pipe Dreams Furniture, and Josh and I have just been doing a little bit of pondering, and the board and the brackets themselves are quite heavy, and the wall I'm fixing to is plasterboard. These are the wall plugs that I ordered, and I've used these before and they worked well. However, we're thinking that because the shelves are so heavy, I mean, these are the shelves. They're beautiful, but they are quite heavy in themselves, which I expected. These are the brackets, which again are also quite heavy, which I did not expect. I mean, it's good because it means they're heavy duty, but they are quite heavy. And there's two of them, and then the shelf. So that's quite a lot of weight to sit on 4 screws. So I'm trying to think of another option. I've been doing a little bit of research, and apparently snap toggles are pretty good for heavier items. So I may just kind of ditch the shelves idea for today and order these snap toggles and try again when they arrive, which with Amazon they'll come tomorrow, but probably not till later in the day. So I would imagine Friday will probably be the day I get to do it. I am just checking my calendar. I have nothing on Friday morning, so that shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to risk using the wall plugs that I bought, because I really do not want these shelves to fall down the second I put them up, and I really want the shelves there. So yeah, I think I'm going to order these snap toggles and leave this project for another day. So you might remember me mentioning that we have a wedding to go to this year. My eldest brother is getting married in the summer and I'm very excited for it. And When it comes to wedding clothes, particularly for children, especially when you tend to not be invited to many events, we don't tend to go to many events that require formal wear, and kids grow out of clothes really quickly, so I really didn't want to spend much money on formal wear, particularly for the boys. They don't really like wearing it. It's for one day and they're gonna grow out of it. Although what I did think is, depending on if and when, not if, it won't be an if, but depending on when we get this little munchkin christened, perhaps the clothes will still fit them then. But I ended up placing an order on Shein and I was a little bit skeptical. I love the clothes on Shein, you guys know that, but when it comes to formal wear, I didn't know if maybe it'd look a bit thin and cheap, but I was pleasantly surprised. So I ordered the 3 boys exactly the same thing. So a pair of trousers, and I did do a bit of searching because some of them did look a little bit cheap. So I found some that I felt looked a little bit more well made. So these are the trousers. These are quite large, so as you can probably tell, these are Marley's. Marley is quite big for his age, he's 13, but I did order him in a size, not a size 16, but I ordered these in 16 years. And the reason I actually went bigger is because they do have the adjustable waist. And some of the trousers on there, like I said, they looked a little bit kind of cheaper in quality. They didn't have a working button, these ones do. And for how often these are going to get worn, I'm actually incredibly impressed with these. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't necessarily buy them for school trousers, like something they'd be wearing all the time. But for something that the boys are going to wear on occasion, I'm actually incredibly impressed with these, especially considering how cheap they were. I think these were less than £10 each. Because I did, you know, quite a big order at the time. It was the same time I actually ordered a few maternity bits as well, and I also ordered Avery's outfits. Because my order came to, I think my order was around £100 in total, they actually kind of lowered the price of a lot of the things. With Shein you tend to get offers, so if you hit a certain price bracket you get a certain amount of money off, which I do like about Shein. I also ordered the shirts off there because, again, they were really inexpensive. Now, I mean, we could have just used the shirts they wear for school, but they do tend to get a little bit tatty, and Eli doesn't actually wear any shirts. So I would have had to buy him new anyway, but I just ordered them the same white shirt. Again, the quality is pretty decent considering how inexpensive these were, and for something they're only going to wear once, I am really impressed with these. Now for Avery, I already knew that I was going to be buying her dress on Shein because I love the girls' clothes on Shein, and I have ordered her pretty dresses before, and I've always been impressed with the quality. And I saw this one and just absolutely loved it. Like, how adorable is this dress? And again, really inexpensive for what it is. The quality is nice, there's a lot of poof in this skirt, and the fabric is really thick. And then it actually has this gorgeous massive detachable bow on the back, which I think is a really nice touch, and I do like that it's detachable. Just in case, you know, she sits on it funny in her wheelchair or she finds it uncomfortable, but the ribbon on the front stays on, so it's not going to look weird when you take it off. But I just thought this was so adorable, and I can't wait for her to wear this. But again, she grows out of clothes really quickly, so I didn't want to spend much money. But I am really impressed with this. If I, you know, spent £40+ in, I don't know, an actual kind of high street shop for this dress, I, you know, wouldn't be disappointed. And then to go with the dress, I ordered her a pair of frilly socks. These I think were less than £2 for a pack of 3, so she can use them for other things as well. I ordered these in a size of 1 to 3 years. Obviously she's 4, but she's always had kind of dainty feet. And then I ordered her some little shoes. Again, I don't like to spend money or much money on regular shoes for Avery because most of the time she's wearing her billy boots because she's wearing her splints. But for, you know, a wedding, she's not going to want to be in her splints all day, and I just wanted her to wear some pretty shoes, so I actually ordered these. Again, these were really inexpensive. I think they were around £6 by the time I kind of had my discounts added and stuff, and They are just so, they're so cute. They are like just that old-fashioned style that I love. They're like a faux leather. They're not shiny or patent or anything. But they're just really sweet, and I have already tried them on her. They fit her fine. They are Velcro as well, which I do appreciate, because on the morning of the wedding I am not going to want to be spending time trying to get these buckles done up. So easy to take on and off her as well. So really impressed with the kids' clothes. Now don't get me wrong guys, we have a long time until this wedding. The wedding is at the end of July, so we still have months and months and months, but I really wanted to get our clothes sorted. Josh has his suit from our wedding, but he is still kind of umming and ahhing on whether he wants to go and get himself a new suit, because he's worn that suit to a few events now and he kind of wants something that fits him a little bit better. I decided to stay true to me, and I ordered my dress on Shein as well. I did scour the internet, because obviously I've got to be a little bit more mindful, because I will be 8 months pregnant at this wedding. So I needed to think, you know, what can I kind of try on now just to make sure it kind of fits me in general and the dress itself looks okay, but I know, you know, it's going to accommodate a ginormous belly. And I searched maternity, I searched like non-maternity that I could potentially grow with, I searched expensive, I searched more affordable, and in the end Shein just had the best option. I did end up going with maternity just because I found a dress that was maternity, and I really liked the style. So this is the dress I've chosen. It looks really nice on the model online. On me at the moment it kind of looks like a tent, I'm not gonna lie. But I am not 8 months pregnant right now. At the time I will be, so I imagine I will fill this dress out a lot more. I love the sleeves, these kind of sheer floaty sleeves, and I really like the sort of pattern on the dress. I'm not sure how well you can see, but it's got these little kind of bobbles all over it, which I think just gives it a little bit of texture. I'm not too into kind of patterns like, you know, florals or different designs on dresses, but I didn't just want a plain dress. I like having a little bit of some kind of interest without it being too loud. And then the skirt is quite long. I think it hits kind of calf length on me, which is nice. I think with a pair of heels, assuming I'll be able to wear heels, but with a pair of heels it will look really, really nice and classy, and it should float over my bump nicely. Now the only sort of bad reviews I saw on this dress were that it can make you look a little bit bigger than you are. But for the sake of kind of feeling feminine and girly and put together, I'm okay with that. I like that it's floaty, and I like that it's quite full coverage. I mean, there's a little bit of a plunging neckline because it is kind of wrap style. I'm okay with that. But it covers most of my back, it's going to cover my shoulders and the tops of my arms. And reason being, because I looked at a lot of different styles of dresses, I looked at all the tight bodycon dresses, but I don't want to feel uncomfortable. I don't know how much weight I'm going to gain. I don't know if I'm going to have the kind of pregnancy where I gain most of my weight in my front, or if I'm going to gain it all round, and I didn't want to risk buying a dress that I'm going to feel uncomfortable in, and I know that this was a safe bet. And I'm just going to feel feminine in it. So I really like this one. And again, it was really inexpensive. I think this was probably the most expensive item in my order though, but it was less than £20, which I think was really, really good. And I know 100% that it is going to fit me, because this does have an awful lot of room in it. I could have waited to buy a dress until I was a little bit bigger and I could actually try things on, but what I didn't want to do was leave it too long and then feel really, really stressed at the last minute that I couldn't find a dress that fit right. So even if I do end up seeing something else, I've always got this to fall back on. But to be honest, I very much doubt I'm going to look for anything different. What I also like though is that it actually matches Avery's dress too. It's a really, really similar colour to Avery's dress. So with the boys all matching and then me and Avery matching, I think we'll make like a nice kind of family picture. Josh, I think, wants to go down the tweed suit route. So we'll see if he ends up getting a new suit. If he doesn't though, his suit is a very similar colour to the boys' trousers, so he would match us too. So yeah, really, really happy with this, and once again, really impressed with Shein. I will try and link these bits down below, but once again, Shein came to the rescue with affordability and nice quality. So for this portion of today's video, I am working with Teddy Blake again. You guys might remember me talking about this brand a few times in the past. But Teddy Blake is a luxury designer bag brand that offer premium Italian leather handbags, and they are just gorgeous. And now that we have had a little bit nicer weather here in the UK, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not quite spring yet, but it has been raining a bit less, which has been lovely. Me, Josh and the kids have been able to get out of the house a little bit more, which has been really, really nice. We have been getting an awful lot of use out of this bag. You might remember this bag from a few months back. This is the Lola Stampato. This is the 15-inch, and I got this in the olive colour, which I think is just beautiful. And you might remember me saying that we actually chose to use this bag as Avery's, I say baby bag, she's not really a baby anymore, but basically Avery's bag, the bag where we kind of have all of her things in it. And as you can see, there is an awful lot of space in this bag. We keep Avery's emergency medical kits in here, we keep her nappies, a spare change of clothes, her baby wipes, and all of her kind of medical information just in case we should need it, and also a little kind of convenience pack that has tissues and whatnot in it. So it fits quite a lot. I mean, considering how big this bag inside it is, it fits quite a lot in it. Now, if this wasn't Avery's bag, then I would 100% use this as like a big tote for myself. It would fit my laptop, it would even fit like a set of overnight things in it if I needed it to. I love it so much, but I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a little bit smug when people compliment Avery's baby bag and I'm able to tell them, well, she has a designer bag. I feel a little bit smug. But since I've had this bag for about 4 months now, I thought it'd be good to share with you guys how it's actually held up over that time. And as you can probably see, it still pretty much looks brand new, and we have had to kind of dump this bag on the floor, we have spilled milk on this bag, we've had to clean it up, and like I said, it still looks brand new, it still looks as beautiful as the day it arrived. I think what I love so much about this bag as well is the leather is flexible. My smaller bag that I have downstairs from Teddy Blake, which you guys have seen before, is beige, it's beautiful, is a little bit more sturdy, it's a little bit stiffer. This one is much softer, and I feel like it really helps me be able to kind of cram what I need in here. But as you can see, I have everything in here. I still have room to add more things if I really, really need to, and I can actually clip it shut. So there is still more room in this if I really needed there to be, but I've been really, really impressed with the wear of this bag. It's held up really, really well, and I think that's just a testament to the quality and the craftsmanship. So Teddy Blake do actually craft their bags in Italian warehouses, where a lot of other very well-known designer brands are also crafted. However, they sell their bags for a fraction of the price of a lot of these other designer brands. And at the moment, they are actually running a sale which can get you up to 35% off of their prices. The sale is running from the 12th to the 24th of March. So if you are on the hunt for a new bag, or you're looking to buy yourself a treat or treat someone else, then I 100% recommend Teddy Blake. I've been so impressed with the bags that I've received. They just feel luxe, and sometimes it's just nice to feel a little bit fancy. And like I said, very, very smug when I can tell people that Avery has a designer bag. But definitely check out those sales while they last. I will leave all of the information in the description box below, and thank you to Teddy Blake for working with me once again. You guys, that was really hard work. It took a really long time, and I think what I struggled with mostly was the walls. So the snap toggle wall plugs that I ordered didn't end up working at all. What I figured out is the plasterboard was put on this wall because the brick behind it is not level. So there's parts of it where you drill through the plaster and get straight to brick, and then there's parts of it where there's about a 2 centimetre cavity. And because of that cavity, I wasn't able to actually get the snap toggles in for them to kind of extend out into the cavity. So they didn't work, so what a big waste of money that was. But like I said, there were parts where I drilled straight into brick. So some of them I managed to use normal wall plugs, some I used my plasterboard ones. But I will say that this side definitely isn't as sturdy, but I am just hoping that it will hold. You probably noticed the massive 2 holes. That is where I was trying to get the snap toggles to go in, and the holes just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I ended up moving my brackets over, which I'm fine with because I think they look fine. I just need to now fix this and patch this up and paint it. I was really excited to style these shelves, but in all honesty, I think I'm just going to clean up the kitchen now and be done with it for the day. I am so tired and I want to be able to enjoy styling them, so I might wait until tomorrow when I've got a little bit more energy. But I'm proud of myself for getting them up, and yeah, I just need to patch up those holes and then hopefully tomorrow I can make them look pretty. Evening guys, it is quite late in the day on the next day, and I finally managed to get my shelves finished. I'm still in my coat because we've actually been out for most of the day and I haven't really warmed up enough yet to take it off. But here is what this whole section is looking like, and do you know, I'm actually really pleased with the shelves. I think they look really good. So far they seem to be holding up, so fingers crossed they stay on the wall. I was quite mindful in not putting anything too heavy on them, and I think I will actually be donating some of my cookbooks. These are the cookbooks that I didn't end up popping on the shelf, so I probably will end up donating those. But on the bottom shelf here, I've just got a couple of cookbooks. This is my Nigella Lawson and my Mary Berry ones. The How to Be a Domestic Goddess by Nigella Lawson is full of lots of really nice, like, sort of cakes and bakes and stuff. And then I've just got a little photo frame, and that is actually, I think it's like a Roman lamp that Zach made in school a few years ago, and I've always kept it. And I've got this little setup. I really like this. I've had it like this for ages. The bottom little piece of wood is a candle plate. I think that was from B&M. The little kind of cabbage bowl, I think was from Wilko before it closed down. And then the top wooden bowl is from B&M, I think. The pine cone is one that one of the boys brought home, once again, a good couple of years ago now. And then the little spoon is like a Welsh love spoon that Josh bought for me. So that stays in there. I think it's really sweet. And then over here, I've got my supper cookbook at the back. My 2 little chopping boards, those are both from B&M, and then this picture frame with a picture of the boys in, I think that was Flight Force in Disneyland Paris. And then up on the top shelf, I've got my 2 Delia collection cookbooks there. I think the front one is chocolate, the back one is soup. Not that you can see the back one, it's just placed behind the one in the front there. Another one of those little picture frames. And then I have a couple of chopping boards here, or serving boards. The first one, the one at the back, I actually had to tilt sideways because there wasn't enough space from the shelf to the ceiling to be able to put it upright, but I think it looks okay sideways. And then I have my Baker's Appendix book there with another serving board. That's our cheese and crackers board. And then another photo frame. That one actually has a picture of me and Avery with Olaf from Disneyland Paris. So nice memories in the picture frames on the shelves, which I love. And do you know, I'm just really happy with the shelves. I think it just makes this space look really nice. My plan for here, I think, is to either get a really big clock or like a big sort of like cliche kitchen sign. So we'll see. I'm gonna have a little browse on the internet to have a look, see what I can find. But I think the kitchen is turning out okay. I've still got a little bit more to do in here, and tomorrow I'll probably spend some time getting it all cleaned up. Ideally I would like some new breakfast bar stools at some point. And in an ideal world I would change the worktops, but that is not something I'll be doing. But for now I am happy with the way it is. So we had a delivery. Well, when I see you Puddin, Avery's just over there. She has just finished her feed. I see you. We have had a delivery today. So this is Avery's new car seat. So this is a specially adapted car seat. This is the Kids Flex R129, and we ordered this from Laza Rehab. They had a lot of options on there, and I think what I liked about the whole experience with Laza Rehab, and also ordering with them is we basically sent them all of Avery's measurements and requirements, what she would need out of a car seat, and then they recommended which car seat was going to be best for Avery. So it took away us having to kind of scour the internet and look through all the different specifications of car seats. They did all of that hard work for us, which was really helpful. So as you can probably see, I'll tilt the camera down a little bit just so you can see a bit better. This is quite a big car seat, but the headrest at the moment is quite far up. We need to bring this down quite a bit, and she will then have room to grow within it. This is the Isofix base, so it does plug into Isofix. What we need to do now is actually contact the person that we've been chatting with from Laza Rehab, and he is going to do like a video call with us and guide us on how to fit this into the car, and then also how to use the features. I don't really know how to use a lot of the features at the moment, because I'm not gonna lie, it looks quite intimidating, but I do know what they are. So the main things we wanted out of this car seat, and a lot of these things are actually additions, so the car seat can come with or without. Obviously the more you add to the car seat, the higher the cost. We have the abduction block, which is good for Avery because it keeps her hips in a nice position, and it also helps with her sliding down. She doesn't slide down too much. I hope you can see this because it's kind of black on black and it might not be easy to see. She has additional lateral supports. Avery doesn't have very good posture control, so she can flop, so she has those. It does have a 5-point harness, but we opted for the additional chest strap as well, so this will keep her nice and snug. Obviously all of the straps are adjustable. It reclines. How much we can recline it, I'm not actually sure yet. That will depend on the van seats and how much we can kind of bring it back, because Avery will actually be forward facing in this. So it does recline, but as well as reclining, it also tilts in space. So I can't remember the angle, but it tilts in space up to a certain angle. So the difference between recline and tilt in space is if you had a car seat, tilt in space would be where the whole thing tilts like this. So it doesn't actually change the kind of posture in where sort of the hips meet back. Recline is kind of where the back, just the back comes back. So this does both, which is definitely something we were looking for. With her being forward facing, we didn't want her to be completely upright because obviously she doesn't have very good head control, but we did speak to him about the head control issue and he recommended this. So this is another addition. This basically attaches to the headrest and it will keep her head from flopping forward. So that was another addition. We have already tried Avery in it, and once we adjust the headrest, she will fit in it just fine. And I'm really excited to start using it. I will say this is very, very heavy. This is not the kind of car seat that you can easily move from car to car. It is very heavy because it is on quite a sturdy metal base. But overall, so far, I'm very happy with it. It looks nice as well. It looks like a regular car seat. I think if you weren't looking for the kind of additionals, like the lateral supports and the abduction block, you wouldn't kind of be able to tell it apart from just a regular car seat. Now, the only downside to this car seat, aside from the fact that it's very, very heavy, is the cost. Like I said, we had a lot of kind of additional extras to this car seat, which hiked up the price quite a bit. Overall, with all of the features that we asked for, this car seat cost us over £5,000. However, we were able to obtain funding from, I can hear you, from Motability Foundation, and they were really, really helpful. I reached out to them and asked them the process. The process was really straightforward and it was really quite quick. So all I needed to do was be able to provide them with a letter of recommendation for a car seat from Avery's occupational therapist, and then also the quote which I obtained from Laza Rehab once I'd sent them all of Avery's measurements and requirements. And after that it was really, really fast. She was granted the funding, and then they actually directly reached out to Laza Rehab and put the order in for her. So once we'd got the funding, everything else was kind of out of our hands. We didn't need to do anything else. I think we got the funding maybe a month or two ago. Not even that actually, probably less than 2 months ago. and this car seat arrived today, and that includes kind of manufacturing and also shipping as well. So it was all really quick, really straightforward, and I found it to be really, really easy. But I will link Laza Rehab down below because I would 100% recommend them. They made the process really easy as well, especially when it came to actually picking out a car seat, because it was quite daunting, especially with all the different specifications that Avery is going to need. And the fact that he actually kind of video called us as well was helpful too, because we were able to see, we didn't see this car seat exactly, we saw one that had exactly the same specifications or features. This one's just slightly bigger. He showed us another car seat and showed us kind of the tilt and space and the recline features, because we couldn't really picture it, because it's not really something you'd see on a forward facing car seat. But the process was really easy. I'm really pleased with the car seat. And you guys know we don't have a wheelchair accessible van at the moment, so this means that Avery is now going to be safe and comfortable in a car seat for the next 3 years until we switch our van, and then we will obviously rethink. She's got plenty of room to grow in this, so I have no doubt that she will be able to fit in this for the next 3 years, and I'm really, really pleased with it. So like I said, little miss has just finished her feed. She's done really, really well today. She's kicking the tripod at the moment. She's done really, really well today. We were out from about 10:30 in the morning until quarter to three this afternoon, and you barely made a peep, didn't you? You were so happy the entire time, weren't you? She's doing very, very well in school, aren't you, Pudding? Okay. She now has a stander in school, which is great. She was fitted into that this week. So one of her kind of things to do each day in school now is to get in the stander. So that's nice, which takes a lot of pressure on us, which is great. It means that we don't feel pressured to get her in the stander when she comes home from school, because come afternoon she's actually quite tired. School does tire her out. She's falling to sleep well before her bedtime every evening. So it just takes that pressure off of us. We will keep the stander here because obviously she's still going to be home for school holidays and half terms. Yeah, I know. But she is doing really, really well, and just really well in herself too. So she is starting to get fussy, so she wants out of this seat, don't you, Pudding? So we're going to flush her off and get her out of the seat. I am going to close this video out here now. So I hope you have enjoyed spending a bit of time with us. And it's okay, we're going. With that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.